Today's topic is going to be all about the wrist. If you have wrist pain when you're doing push-ups, or for you yoga fans in the crowd when you're doing downward dog or moving into plank, or maybe when you bend down to pick up your little baby and you have searing pain go through your wrist or a pinching type sensation, then you probably have either a tendonitis going on or instability of the ligaments that hold your wrist together. And the number one way that we injure these is either through overuse, but the most common way is when you fall on an outstretched hand, also known as a foosh. So that could be when you're walking or running and you trip and you land with a planted hand. It could happen during a variety of sports activities. But what it does is it sprains ligaments and connective tissue on the backside of your wrist here. And if that never fully heals, you now have 8 bones there that are just sort of wobbling around all loose, and that causes a ton of pain. And usually it's a hyperextension motion when you go into something with your hand like this, and it wrenches things backwards. So it makes sense that when going forward, holding a plank or doing a push-up causes a ton of pinching in the backside of the wrist. Now the good news is, if you get this treated properly, and you got to make sure you rule out a fracture, because when you land firmly or hard on your wrist, you got to make sure a bone didn't break, because if the bone didn't break, the most common thing after that is going to be the wrist sprain. But this will just stay with you for months and weeks and years to come if you don't get those ligaments healed up properly. And the best option is, surprise, surprise, prolotherapy. I've been having amazing success at treating the backside of the wrist with a few blebs of prolotherapy solution. Helps tighten the ligaments back up, and now you have these sea of ligaments holding the bones into a proper structure the way they're meant to be. Because when you fall on that hand and stretch that ligament out, or tear your TFC, which is a tissue that was on the edge of your wrist there, those don't heal very well, but they cause tremendous pain and dysfunction in your wrist, so you must get treated. We use our hands and wrists for everything, so if you've been told by your physio or whoever that just to wear a brace and don't worry about it, it's always going to be that way, there are some solutions, and I've had amazing success with this. So shoot me a message if you have wrist pain, or if push-ups are a problem, or maybe front rack position with a barbell is causing you discomfort. That's all stuff we can work on and help you become stronger and better and more stable in that wrist. Have an awesome weekend. I'm heading to the Godsmack concert, a little throwback to the early 2000s. Should be a lot of fun. Get out there, enjoy the nice weather, and stay active. All right, chat soon.